Let's get ready for another round of fantasy penny stock football. And watch out! Ooh! If you're new around here, you don't know what fantasy penny stock football is. We keep track of our biggest winners and our biggest losers with a diagram. And we have a very interesting week to go over. But before we do, I want to say, ¿Qué pasa, familia de dinero? I'm your host, Hacher, a truck driver on the detour towards wealth. And I hope that you join us on the journey. And ladies and gentlemen, we are officially YouTube partnered. Can we? It would not have been possible without you, familia de dinero, so I extend to you a huge thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart. If you're new to the channel, that's nothing for me not to comment, not to like, not to subscribe, rather sit back and enjoy the video, and let's go ahead and roll that intro. Okay, so here's a brief overview. You have 5 positions, the top and bottom position. So this is going to be my top where RR is, and this is going to be my bottom. Those are your receivers. They're the ones that are going to be your big movers for the week. In the middle is your running back. They may move up quite a little bit. Then you have 2 positions that can go up and down. This is all about prediction. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball, but you see right here is going to be the tight end. It can go up or down. And then lastly, your quarterback is the one that holds the field steady. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and review how it actually matched up with the predictions I made. With the explanation of how fantasy penny stock football works, we're going to start with our tight end DPRO, which is going to be Dragonfly. It finished the week at $3.45 and it fell about 8 cents after market. If we look at just the 5-day, obviously with economic data, it fell tremendously, negative 22%. And I do have to say, ladies and gentlemen, that DPRO, this was its last week to prove itself, and so it did not. Of course, I have my stop losses in place, and so officially DPRO will be off the team. Especially due to the fact that we do not have any news. This is the oldest news that we have, and it's not relevant as of today. It's doing a share consolidation for 25. So when it comes down to Dragonfly, even for the 1 month, it's fallen 11%. It is not a good member of my team. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball, but we're gonna have to say it's a touchdown because I was correct. $4.20. If it fell below that, I'm still correct. It just indicates it's a time to revisit this one. Next is going to be Pada Zero Technologies, which is going to be in my running back position. Concurrently, it was at $2.25, and I said it was going to go up to $2.30 because I was quite bullish. Obviously, the economic data kind of threw a loop in to this, and I'm actually proud, but unfortunately, I was incorrect because it finished the week at $2.10. That is a... Boo, you stink! I know. When it comes down to news, we have why Pada Zero Technologies stock is gaining today. I'm not going to go over it. Obviously, it just said, no, you gotta pay for this, but typically you could just read it without doing that. Next, we're going to be talking about is Richtech Robotics, one of my favorite ones, man, but it fell significantly. As you guys can see, the dip happened earlier, actually around the same time, but it was a lot higher at that point. It was $9. Concurrently, it's sitting at $2.69. If we look at the 1 day, it has been on a downward trajectory. The 5-day been on a downward trajectory, and we're looking at negative 42%. 1 month is still up 210%. It is always important to look at the grander picture of things because it does look like more so there's a median line or support here at the $3 level. Now, if it falls below, again, we might have to look at this stock and see exactly if we want to keep it on the team. Now, honestly, if you're in the Armoire, which is going to be the Discord, the free version of it, you guys get my stock picks a month after I claim them. If you want them right up front, you actually can go onto Patreon. It'll give you the Patreon access to it. But if you were in the free side of the Armoire before the Patreon was launched, you might have had a 200% or at least 100% gain on your money. So when I look at RR, I'm still pretty much bullish. We actually have an article that I'll be covering maybe this week, humanoid AI robot robots go full service at CES 2025, and this is their signature color, which is going to be the blue and white, and so you can obviously see, oh, it's Richtech. So I'm very much bullish on it, but I do have to give myself a So this week has been a rough week, obviously, but it's always important to go over the financials and fundamentals of a company. Next we have is going to be Nauticus Robotics, which is going to be KIT. I put that in my bottom receiving position. I said that, hey, it's at $4.72 that week, and it could finish at $5.01. Unfortunately, it is gaining back, but it's at $3.18, so that is going to be a It's been a rough week. There is stop losses in place. I know some individuals did not have that in place, and they kind of said, hey man, I'm down significantly. I want to make this clear. This is not financial advice. This is more so just kind of something that is commonplace within the industry of investing. Taking profits, if you're seeing 100, 200%, and you think that you're just going to keep on stacking up and stacking up, that is why you take profits. If it ever falls down to a certain price point, you reinvest into stuff that you believe is going to actually take off again. Nauticus Robotics has secured an agreement with existing debt holders. Now, KIT is also going to be on my list to watch out for because they have no news, and there are better robotics out there that I might put on the team. So KIT is another one, along with DPRO, that might be cut from the team. Not because the price movement is bad, but again, I'm more so having faith in the fact that there's fundamentals, there's good finances, and KIT, from what I know, I do not see a good financial and fundamental backing, no news, no communication. So that's something that's going to be on my radar. Next is going to be everybody's favorite, HOLO, MicroCloud Hologram. It was sitting at $4.54. Concurrently, it's sitting at $2.27. Now, a lot of individuals are wondering about my position on MicroCloud Hologram, and I don't make videos on them. The only time that I make MicroCloud Hologram videos is going to be when there's something I got to clear up, right? Or there's news. We got the news, I talked about it, I moved on. A lot of people want to have so much faith in a dying stock, and I get it. The only possibility that we might see a pop is going to be probably February, which is, I believe, the like a New Year's or a celebration time. That's going to be my final standpoint on that. Lastly, I do want to say, again, this is why stop losses are very much important, and I talk about this a little bit in my free ebook, which is going to touch upon this, because, you know, when I started out trading, I didn't realize that I could even do that. Now, there is some strategic ways in order for you to actually get the price point that you want when you hit the stop loss, because a lot of people do it a little bit too low before they realize that they got filled below their stop loss price, which is a factor. So let's head on back to the graph. So coming back to HOLO, we do actually have news that came out yesterday, which is MicroCloud Hologram Inc. researches holographic technology based on quantum tensor network states, right? So you would need to know the technologies of it. The negatives on it: technology is still in research phase with no imminent commercialization timeline, high complexity and resource requirements for quantum computing implementation. The news is neutral from their perspective. Same for me, because I mean, we just had Jensen Huang slap quantum computing. If you guys didn't watch that video, I'll try to have it in the iCard above. With all that being said, let's go ahead and do my predictions for this upcoming week. So due to the fact that Dragonfly is off the team, I only have 4 players, and we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go to Pot of Zero, which is actually at $2.10. It shows quite a revival. I believe that I'm going to actually replace DPRO's SPY as a tight end, and we'll put PRZO into that position. And price point that I'm going to be looking for, let me go ahead and write the price, $2.10. Price point that I'm going to be looking for strategic wise is $2.30. So we're going to put that down there in blue, $2. Oh, that's an ugly 3. I don't know. Somebody would say, is that a backward C? No, it's a 3. Next, if it were to go down, because a tight end is the one position where it can go down, we'll say that it can go down and make a play all the way below, and it'll be $1.99. Now, typically I would look at the chart, and you guys will probably be like, wait, bro, how do you know these? Like, where do you get these price points from? Are you just throwing random numbers? No, the reason why I do this is because I actually see a pattern of the price hitting that over the week. It's not like I just create this thing and then leave it alone. So if we look at the 1 week, right, the sitting price dipped and it hit $1.90, $1.88, and then it revived, and so it went to $1.98. $1.98, and then $1.99. That is the median as to where I'm looking at between the whole entire everything. I look at that median of $2. So I say if it goes down, it could go down below $1.99, and so it'll go to $1.98, 97, possibly in the 178. But I really hopefully look forward to Pot of Zero actually doing some good stuff. I mean, I got it back when it was super dang gunning low, and then went on an absolute tear. So next is going to be Richtech Robotics, ticker symbol RR. And RR, you know, it's actually kind of on a slow downward death. And I'm not saying that I'm not bullish on this company. I like what they're doing, and especially them showing up to CES and having this news of humanoid AI robotics. I could definitely put it in more so a running back position. So we're gonna go ahead and do I want to do that? No, I'm gonna put this in actually my bottom receiving position. So we'll put RR in the bottom receiving position. Current price is going to look at $2.81. Oh no, sorry, I messed up. I'm sorry, coach. Put me back in. All right, we'll do $2.69. 69 cents. Perfect. There we go. And so receiving positions, bottom and top, and also the running back have to go forward, but receivers have to make large moves. And for me, with the news of the humanoid, I could definitely see this try to rebound back to the $3 level. Now this one, since it's new to the team, I don't watch as closely, but obviously $4 level, it dropped down to 3. So I would say we regained 3. It's trying to dip back up. At the 1 month, we're still up significantly. So I'm going to say going upwards, let's go for the $3. Let's go ahead and do $3. It'll pass $3, probably finish at 301. And of course, if you're not a part of the newsletter, which is going to be down in the description below, it sends out what's going to be the economic data. So none of this is a surprise for you. Why did my stocks fall? And I've already mentioned this in the newsletter. It was a big week. So for me to see what is going on, I was just like, yep. Yeah, it's gonna be one of them weeks. It had too many economic data coming out. I was not so bullish, except for the jobs report. That one actually shocked a lot of individuals. We have Nauticus Robotics Kit, right? Kit, and that is going to probably be, let's see what is it doing for the 5 days? Is it curling back up? No, it's on a downward trajectory. Let me look at the 1 month. It's on a downward trajectory. I'll go ahead and put that one in the running back position. Some of these players might get replaced, like I said, next week. So don't really be like, wait, what happened to this? Are you no longer? Now DPRO, I'm gonna kick out of my whole entire portfolio. So, but some of these I'll just kick them out and not really follow them too well. But they'll still be in my portfolio. I'll probably I'm still in profit with a lot of them. Okay, this is what I hate. Like that wording thing, I gotta figure out how to turn that off. $3.18. So I try to revive after market. And if we were gonna go bullish, let's go ahead and be a little bullish, baby. Running back position, it'll go up to, I think, can't make a huge move. So let's do the 5 day. What is the support level? $3. Is right now 318. 335, 336. I'll do 335. Sounds better to me. Oh no, what in the world happened there? Let's switch. There we go. 335. That's god awful. Fix that. What is that? What is that? 335. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and move on to MicroCloud Hologram. You already know it's going to be the quarterback. I'll probably hold this thing forever. And trust me, I've already taken my profit. I know some of you guys asked me like, man, wait a second. You should should I go ahead and lessen it, or what should I do? I can't tell you what to do. I've already told it in a video, and like I'm no crystal ball. I honestly would love Holo to stop acting so weird, but it's all about when you get in, and that's the most important part. And don't go too heavy. Don't go crazy. A lot of individuals like myself made the mistake of going heavy on a promise, and a promise was broken. So I understand the pain. I get it. I definitely do. But sometimes you just got to walk away and try to find other opportunities. Some of you guys missed out on opportunities because you're stuck with a certain thought that, hey, I'm going to stick on to this until it pops. Well, you're going to be waiting forever. And so I say if it does go up, I mean, if we look at just a 5-day, if it does go up and it pops, it could go to 3. It's not going to go that far. As you guys can see, 267 was its pop, and it had a large amount of volume, had 11 million just in that time frame that popped in, then slowly went back down. So I say 260 if it pops. Nope, wrong color. Oh man, I got it. Come on. There you go. 260. All right. And if it goes down, change it to red. We could definitely expect it to go down to below $1. Now this one, excuse me, not below $1, below $2. And I would say that it could finish the week at $1.99. Okay, so that is going to be the play for the week. Obviously, we have a position open for some of our Hall of Famers that actually fell and tumbled below the $5 mark, making a penny stock again. We're gonna throw one of them in, but we have PRZO, $2.10, has a possibility of going up to $2.30, or it could fall down to $1.99. We have Holo, and it's at $2.27 concurrently. It could go down to $1.99, or it could finish at $2.60 on the week. RR, $2.69, can go up to $3.01 in the receiving position. Middle, we have Kit, which is right now at $3.18, can finish at $3.35. And we have an open top receiving position that is quite bullish. That's my top player. Unfortunately, right now with MicroCloud Hologram, they have already converted, they have converting nodes, so that's probably where a little bit of that pop that happened, that's a possibility. So to me, MicroCloud Hologram, no press release from the company itself. Thank you guys so much for watching the Fantasy Penny Stock Football, and I definitely have to say a huge thank you to everybody that's been subscribing, watching, and if you got to this point, comment football down below. And when it comes down to MicroCloud Hologram, it is a company that, number one, has quite a lot of issues with its finances. On top of that, it has little communication or products shown, and even some people try to say that this company, this is what they're showing, and it's a bad product. I'm not saying that MicroCloud Hologram is not going to pop. More than likely that's what this stock is known for, that's what it'll do. But with the convertible notes that has been floating around, it is not a good sign overall for the company and for the investors. With that being said, familia de dinero, I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.